To look a lot. Good morning. How are we? Hope we're all good. It is the 1st of December, and today we're talking about essentially out exercising a bad diet. FitBit's telling you that you've burnt 300 calories. Is it okay if I eat more? Now, I want to go over this because it depends, one, on your goal and where you are right now. Because if I just say, no, you shouldn't eat 300 calories more if you burn more 300 calories, you've got to consider here where you're at right now, because it's the 1st of December. Quite often, many people, traditionally on the 1st of December, would be saying, you know what, it's December, I'll start in January. This year, I'm getting glimpses that it's a lot different. I think with, obviously, the pandemic and the research that's out about our metabolic health, how important it is to stay fit, to stay healthy, to do what we can with our body fat levels. We know that has a huge impact on our ability to not just recover quicker, but also stay healthy for other diseases regardless. So, and there's been more attention around that, which is obviously a great thing in terms of public health. So there's also obviously coming to the end of restrictions easing, and we've almost been locked down for November, so now it's opening up, so people are actually craving a bit of social interaction. In fact, I got a message from loads of the ladies in the last week who are so excited. And the interesting part is not necessarily to work out, of course, but one of the main things that comes up is, I just can't wait to see everyone again. And when I thought about it, I had a chat with one of the ladies. She's like, yeah, it's actually one of the most normal things I do in my life now. You know, when I'm exercising, I don't have to wear a mask. I'm in my zone, I feel safe, I can see other people, albeit from a distance, albeit socially distanced, and it's my time. I go somewhere, no one needs me, I'm essentially told what to do, I don't have to think about it, and I come out feeling great. And I thought, yeah, that's powerful, really powerful. You flooded your brain with endorphins at the same time, which is awesome. So, let's go back to this question. So if your Fitbit tells you to eat an extra 300 calories, is it okay to eat that more? Now, number one, you've got to consider your goal. If your goal is fat loss, according to the numbers there, you're essentially just gonna, depends on your set calories, if they were for maintenance, if they were for fat loss. So you've got to consider, if you're trying to lose body fat, but you're using exercise to allow you to eat more, that's fine. That can technically work, but for how long? That's what I would say. Just because if you're constantly into that battle now of, I'll eat that, but then I'll exercise there might reach a time where you can't do that exercise, but you're used to eating more. You see it with a lot of athletes who maybe retire and are used to eating loads, and then their appetite stays the same, their habits of that eating stays the same, but now they're not doing the exercise to burn it off. That's not to say you can't do that though. And you've got to consider that in December especially, sometimes people will say, I can't do it all. So what's the point? I'll start in January when it's a lot easier. You've got to consider whether it actually is easier. Because I was speaking to one of the ladies yesterday, and we were talking about how when she says she's going to exercise every day, she actually exercises less. When she says she's going to exercise every day, she exercises less, because if she misses a day, she just goes, I missed a day now. I can't even remember how many days I've done. What's the point? I'll just, write this week off. Whereas if she says, I'm going to commit to 3 exercise sessions this week, in her head, she says, well, that's not enough. That voice is going, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough, Matt. You won't get results exercising 3 times a week. But guess what? She ends up exercising 3 times a week, which is 3 times more or 2 times more than she did the last week, because she maybe did 2 days in a row, then didn't miss the day, and then it's like, sod it. So now she's done more. Now, in her head, she's still thinking that's not enough though. But then when you consider the question, how consistently have you done 3 sessions a week for in your life? The answer is, well, not that long, because I never think it's enough. So consistency comes in here. Now, my point is, if in December, what if you're like, well, I enjoy myself with food and go crazy with it, that's fine. But what if you get into great exercise habits? So that come January, you don't have to worry about what to wear. You don't have to worry about how fit you are. You don't have to worry about where you go for exercise. You don't have to worry about how you're going to fit it into your lifestyle, because you've already sorted them out already. You've got more confidence that you can do it. You've got a system that you know works, that makes you feel good. You know the time of day, you know what to eat before exercise, you know what to eat after exercise. These are all questions and things that can make us quite anxious, things that can make us quite overwhelmed when we start something new. And imagine leaving all that to January, throw on top where we'll be in the midst of a pandemic, where we'll be with the weather, where we'll be with our fitness levels, where we'll be with our motivation then. Imagine making it easier for ourselves in January. So my point is that's okay if you want to do that, because, you know, at the end of the day, better is better. This is you versus you. This is about getting 1% better each day. But I will say is the reason why that can be quite a flawed method in terms of my Fitbit told me I burnt 300 calories, so I can eat 300 calories. We know there's a lot of error with that. For example, if I go swimming, I'll burn a lot more calories than if I go and do my usual exercise, because I don't swim that often. I can swim, but I'm not like a professional swimmer. So I'm quite inefficient when I swim. I don't conserve energy. I don't swim in a really efficient way because my fitness levels aren't geared for swimming. So I'll burn more calories. However, if a professional swimmer swims for the same amount of time, they'll burn fewer calories because they're very good at conserving their energy doing it. Their body's getting used to it. Now, my point with this is you've got an adaptation there. You've also got an adaptation in, if you're exercising a lot, you might then stop doing the things that you once did, like getting the stairs instead of the lift, or vice versa. You might get the lift now instead of the stairs. You might go, you know what, can you walk the dog today? I am knackered. You might say something like that. You know what, can you pick up the kids today? I'm tired. You know what, we won't do this today. You might fidget less. There's research in twins where they look, why is one obese and one's lean? They got the same genetics. One of them seems to fidget more. One of them's a bit more movement on the go. You might end up using body language less. It sounds really, really weird, but these add up. You know, if you look, someone who's tired talks a bit more like this. When you got more energy, you're using your hands a bit more. Maybe it's my Italian genes. Someone said, I never forget this, in a video I did years ago actually, they said, Matt, I love your videos, but I can't concentrate because you're waving your arms everywhere. I was like, I'm now conscious of waving my arms. Keep them. But actually now I'm thinking, well, the research on, this is called non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Neat. This is actually maybe benefiting. And they did one study where you've got to remember, as you get lighter, so let's say you've lost a few pounds, your metabolism, essentially, your metabolic rate and your calories needed to make you survive is less because you're a smaller human being. So if you're always doing what you were doing, you might need to change that because you're now burning less calories, so you might hit a plateau. So you've got all these variables to consider, but what they found in this study is if someone lost 2 pounds, to avoid a plateau, they just put 2 pounds in a backpack or a weight vest, walk around, and now they're burning the same calories as they were for the same thing. Because if they walk 10 miles a day, they're now carrying the same weight as they were when they were heavier because they've added the weight that they've lost in their back. I remember Julie used to do it with sugar. This is how many bags of sugars I've lost this week. It's quite a powerful thing to look at. Anyway, I hope that helps. Any questions on that, do let me know. It is 1 day to go and still so much to do to get reopened tomorrow. But I look forward to it. It's going to be a busy day. Any questions, let me know and speak soon. We have got full body bar at 6:30 this morning with Chloe. This is live from home, obviously, at the moment. And then we have beginners yoga. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Is it Tuesday? Tuesday. It is Tuesday. So we have Tai Chi this morning. Yes, Tai Chi this morning at 7:15. So, and then we have our no floor at 9:30. So there's no getting up and down from the floor. Our knee-friendly workout. Coffee morning. It's a busy day ahead. Stomach blast tonight. So, I'll leave you with that. Any questions, let me know and speak soon.